amakupenda to Good afternoon, countrymen and women, and good afternoon, all those who are watching us from outside the borders of Zambia. I want to say this with a very heavy heart, and you forgive me, Zambians, particularly the praise singers of Upnd and those who are in the habit of insulting us when we talk about these issues pertaining to the governance of our country. But as for me, I've chosen to be a politician, and I will not stop to offer credible checks and balances. And nobody, and I mean nobody, will deter me from offering these credible checks and balances. Like I've said before, even if you insult me, I'll take that as Vaseline, which I'll just smear on my body and move on. Countrymen and women, what happened to Tayali 2 days ago is unacceptable. What happened to Tayali 2 days ago is unacceptable in a democratic state like ours. And I think by and large, Zambians must stand up to use of institutions of governance to fix others. I'll repeat that. Zambians, please stand up to any government, whether Upnd, MMD, PF, stand up to the use of governance or government institutions like the police, the courts, etc., to fix others. I have been a victim of police brutality, unnecessary arrest, and above all, being sent to prison for not committing any offense at all. And I've said this and I want to say it again. I will not allow any Zambian to go through this kind of treatment without my voice being added to those who are condemning it. I have experienced it. My wife has experienced it. My daughter has experienced it. And I don't think this thing must continue. President Hakainde Hichilema, my brother, you have let me down. Mr. President, with due respect, you have let me down. I never expected that you, Mr. President, can run a government where a man commits a misdemeanor, defamation of the president. You can send police officers to go and surround his house, to go and break the gate to his residence, go and break the lock to his house, arrest him, beat him up, and go and lock him up in the night. My brother, this is not the HH I knew. This is a very different person. This is a very different person. I don't think you are the HH I knew before the 2021 general election. Because you and I experienced this kind of treatment. And I remember vividly that when police came to your house, did exactly what they did to Tayali 2 days ago, picked you up and locked you up, you cried and condemned that act with the contempt it deserved. You made it very clear that this should not be accepted and this should not be allowed in Zambia. But it appears that when people go to State House, they forget. They become something else. I can't believe that under your leadership, my brother, such a thing must happen. Look, Zambians, let's take a leaf from Kenya, for instance. I was just reading an article from Kenya where when President Ruto became president, he said this country has got a defamation of the president law. But he said nobody should be arrested for criticizing me, even when they use abusive language towards me. Nobody should be arrested. Ruto did not wait for the law to be repealed. He just spoke like that. And the police in Kenya thought he was joking. 4 or 5 days ago, one man called Ruto a dog, which is unfortunate, and I don't think I support or subscribe to people, insulting the president. This man called the president a dog, and a police officer went and arrested him and, detained him. Do you know what Ruto did? He has suspended the police officer who went and arrested that Kenyan and directed that that man be released unconditionally. This is how proper leadership, consistency in leadership is. But what is happening in this country is disappointing. Can you imagine a president merely gives a decree, nobody should be arrested for criticizing me, even when they use strong language. The police goes ahead and arrests one who does that. That policeman is suspended for abrogating presidential directive. And the man who insulted President Ruto released unconditionally. Here in Zambia, President Hakainde Hichilema, under your watch, you allow the police to go and do exactly what they did to you, which you cried. I mean, I can't even imagine. I was one of the people that also condemned police for what they did to you. I issued a very strong statement that this should not happen in Zambia. You also complained bitterly, but you are doing the same thing that others did. I expected you to tell the police that you should not do such things. Tayali may not be right. I do not even support using strong language or issuing statements which cannot be, justified as it were. But I don't think anybody must be treated the way Tayali was treated. I don't agree. I may not agree with what Tayali did. And I'm not even saying Tayali is guilty or not guilty. But I'm talking about the principle of you treating Zambians using the police. I call upon President Hakainde Hichilema to immediately fire the Inspector General of Police. Immediately fire the Inspector General of Police and the Lusaka Police Division Commander. These two people must be fired. And you go further, you even arrest journalists who went to cover it because you knew that you were going to be exposed because you had planned to beat Tayali and torture him. Why should you arrest a journalist and go and lock them up and charge them with a fake offense of misconduct? What misconduct is there for a journalist to come and cover the arrest of a Zambian, the arrest of a suspect? You arrest these people, you even lock them up, you even charge them 54 kwacha, whatever it is, as admission of guilty. No. This country should come to normas. What was wrong under PF cannot be right under UPND. I'll repeat that. What was wrong under MMD, what was wrong under PF cannot be right under UPND. We should condemn this as Zambians. We should say no to police brutality. We should not say no to police intimidation. If Tayali committed an offense, just write a call out. Tayali has been summoned by the police more than 6 times and he reports himself. You know, when I heard that the police have surrounded Tayali's house and they want to arrest him, I thought he had committed treason, or probably he had committed aggravated robbery, or he had murdered somebody. These are serious circumstances or serious omissions where at least police can go and surround somebody's house, break the locks and, force themselves into the premises. Because these are serious offenses. But defamation of the president, a misdemeanor. You go with a battalion of police officers, force yourself, break the lock. That man has got a family, he's got a wife, and there's a child there. We all know that Tayali's got a small child. You go and do such a thing at a Zambian's house, and you call yourself a professional police service. No. This should not be allowed in Zambia. Mweba mnyinane mwebe na Zambia na papata sana. Ichibemba chitila, dimbule sansa, talila mene mishila. Can we all stand up and tell President Hakainde Hichilema that this behavior must come to an end? We should not allow it. Why should you, President Hakainde Hichilema, tell the Zambians that under my administration you commit an offense, you are charged, you are released on police bond, but you are keeping people 5 days? Savoy Mboela was detained for 5 days. Tembo was detained for 7 days. How many people are you going to detain? Kajova must resign on moral grounds or he must be fired. I have gone through this treatment and my heart bleeds to see that this has continued under President Hakainde Hichilema, who even made a public statement and the whole world. And when he went to the European Parliament, he again issued this statement. Donors, where are you? The European Union, where are you? Americans, where are you? The United United Kingdom, where are you? You are seeing these things happening. When somebody came to the European Parliament and said, freedom has come to Zambia, no man is arrested and detained in police custody, nobody would be arrested for criticizing us, but this is exactly what is happening, and you are quiet. International community, you are quiet. Is this because you have been given a visa waiver? Is it because you have been given visa waivers by this government so that nationals, citizens from your countries are now going to be coming into Zambia free of charge without visas? Is that the compromise that you've been given? Should we take it that way? No. Enough is enough. You know that Tayali as a person may not be perfect. Everybody knows that Tayali is the one who went and concocted a story that had forged my son's signature. He came as a key witness and I was sent to prison. But I will not allow him to be treated the way I was treated just because I may have had a problem with Tayali at one time. I don't operate like that. I am a person who believes that bygones should be bygones. But as long as Tayali is a Zambian, like me, like anybody else, he should be treated fairly. Because Tayali does not have any other country apart from Zambia. He may be committing offenses, but that's not the way you treat him. That's not the way you treat him. And this hypocrisy must come to an end, where you are saying, no, we are going to repeal this law of defamation of the president, but as long as it is still in force, we are going to enforce it. Hypocrisy must come to an end, my dear brothers. We must run this country with love for one another, respect for the rule of law. Look, Zambia does not like the sentence to death by hanging or whatever. The law continues on our statute books, but nobody has been killed as a result of a prison sentence to death since, I think, the early 80s. Nobody has been killed, but the law is on the books. Why is it difficult that even now when the law of defamation is on our books, police should stop using it? No. Put a sock in it. This should not be allowed. Let me tell the UPND, you are in what is known as a political self-destruction mode. I can assure you. You are in what is known as political self-destruction mode. Zambians are watching you. And I can tell you, Zambians are very patient. Zambians are very patient. They are watching you. They are seeing what you are doing. They will speak one day and you will not like them. Gary Nkombo, my brother, where are you? You were Minister of Home Affairs, my dear brother, Minister of Home Affairs. You and I, Gary Nkombo, stood in Parliament to condemn these acts in the previous regimes. From MMD, PF, we stood on the floor of the House. Are you not ashamed, gentlemen, that your government can be perpetuating the same things that you condemned? Gary Nkombo, you came to Parliament, even raised the point of order. Why should the police go to arrest President Hakainde Hichilema at night, breaking his house? Why not send a call out to him? Now it is you. What are you doing? You are quiet. Mweba mnyina ane. Temo munove ngefyo wai temwa. chitilo omubiyo ife wingatemwa na iwa abantu bakuchitile. Power is sweet. Power is sweet, but it must be exercised in a manner that will bring peace. Power is sweet, but it must be checked. You are not going to be in government in perpetuity. I have said and I want to say it again. You'll be very lucky if it is me who is going to be president afterwards. Because for me, I'll come and clean up this mess. I would not allow these things to happen. And I want to show the whole world that Zambia can be well governed in terms of the rule of law and respecting one another. Because I don't think if you're not pitilemo, what I went through, I would inflict it on another person. Tayali inflicted pain on me and my family by concocting a story towards us, against me. I went to prison, but I don't think I'll allow Tayali to go through what I went through. It should be a lesson to him. But treating him the way you treated him, the way my wife was treated, the way my daughter was treated, the way President Hakainde Hichilema was treated, should be condemned by all well-meaning Zambians. And iwe kajova. Stop that with your police officers. Stop it. Elo imova police tamusambirila. Abanenu, abalechitefi under previous governments have been fired and removed from their positions. Imova neba constable, ba inspector, ba assistant superintendent. Are you not learning from what has happened to your friends? Should you continue doing the same things? Ukiyaingira panga ndani ne mfuti kwati mwanamke ikato muntu uchitire cause treason or aggravated robbery. You must be ashamed of yourselves. Can you resign, Kajdoba? We don't want you to run the police. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And why are you refusing to give Tayali a medical report? Issue him with a medical report, drive him to the nearest hospital, let that medical report be signed. You cannot continue doing such things in a democracy like Zambia. Take Mufeko Nation, look at Luto. He suspends a police officer for arresting somebody who insulted him. You know what that is going to do? People will just be saying, we don't deserve to insult this man. He's just too good. But under this government, over 2,000 people have been arrested since Hakainde Hichilema came into office for the case of defamation of the president. Insonye Buntu. You can't continue treating Zambians like this. Praise singer. Tayali, Tayali may have committed an offense, but there's a procedure to be followed. There's a procedure to be followed. You can't go and brutalize him. You can't go and arrest him at night. He's not a fugitive. If he was a fugitive, he's already facing about 3-4 cases in court. He could have run away. What is the justification to go and break his house and pick him at night? And the man is resident in Lusaka. How many police stations are in Lusaka? You go and take him to Chilanga without even notifying his family as to where he was being taken. That is not allowed. Because you wanted to have the time to beat him up and then lock him up so that nobody witnesses what you were doing. One several police who were involved in the Tayali arrest must be arrested. You can't continue like this. My dear brother, President Hakainde Hichilema, with due respect, my brother, please stop this. Show the people of Zambia that you are different from other leaders. But what you are doing, you are just saying you are just like any one of them. And there is nothing that has changed. Please, Mwewa Mninane, Hakainde Hichilema, advise our president, Mwaiche Wandi, Mundia. You were my lawyer. We were condemning this. You are the special advisor to the president for legal affairs. Please, my child. Bebe nkoba HH. Ukweba tawe. But taking action, if he's not involved in this, let him take action against the police. Then the Zambians will respect him. To you, my dear brother Tayali, I can also tell you that Tayali, please simmer down a bit. Yes, criticize, but don't use strong language. Because, you are playing in their hands. Now, monata abantu bali brutal. Elo lea mcheni chabo. Bala kuchena. Bala kuipaya. Teka nyamwa ichiwandi. Teka kasanda mmenso. Teka kasanda mmenso. But you don't deserve to be treated the way you were treated. Never, 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 never. Big no. You don't deserve it. And no Zambians deserve it. This country must change. I have been saying these things. That what was wrong in PF cannot be right under UPND. Mule kwata kwe inson. Because insoni ehuntu. We've got so many issues to deal with in the country. Right now, I want to have fertilizer. The Minister of Agriculture came and told us, no, tomorrow, Thursday, people will start receiving fertilizer. Even giving us false figures. We have distributed 55% fertilizer. I am here in Wansha. I drive round. Tapali abantu abale poka fertilizer. Elo abantu bale bapela 5 packs. Cooperative mu abanangu at 180 people. Baraka na mameda. That is wasted of public resources. Umuntu nga mampela meda, fertilizer ya meda, fisha kalima. Mwaona ula fisp. Mwaona ula. Program ya tampile wino under MMD, under PF. Imwanga mlefwa yokubika powa ama cooperatives ya new. Increase the number of beneficiaries. PF increased from 500 to 1,000 to 1 million. Na imwabike niposi. Enoti ata wantu bambio kwaka na tulatu inyotu lipo. Mumameda. No. Stop this. But we don't have the money. But you keep giving tax concessions. Reverse those tax concessions that you have given to the mining companies. Reverse mineral royalty calculation to what you found when you took over. And that money, take it to fisp. You are giving away this money to mining companies who are very rich, and yet your people cannot get fertilizer. The outcry that we have on fisp shows us that more people want fertilizer. But we are giving tax concessions. Indalama giving away. Instead, mubule shire indalama, mutuale ku fisp, mununde po abantu. Recently, you have again waived visas on European countries, America. And yet Zambians have to pay visa fees and have to apply for visas to go to this country. Some of these things must be reciprocative. If the Americans, the UK and the European countries can also do away with visas and visa fees for the Zambians, then it is okay. But why should we allow them to come in our country free of charge at any time they feel without a visa, and yet they cannot allow the Zambians to go to their countries freely? Why should we do that? Why do we have a soft spot for Europe and America? What is going on? What's going on? Because I don't understand. These people, when they come into this country, they pay $25 as visa fees. And we raise a lot of money on visa fees. But you've done away with it. You are giving away money, and yet you are complaining that we don't have the money. Stop saying we have no money. You have the money. If you can say we are doing away with visa fees for America, we are doing away with visa fees for European countries, We are giving away the $25 per each person to pay. They should come in free. Then you keep on telling us there is no money. You can't even give your people fertilizer. And yet, you are giving these concessions to the Europeans. Stop it. Ba UPnd na mpapat. Inena ngumuntu ka ndemwe bakofi. I'm only advising you. Elo muntu kweba. Ule kusta advise nishina kutemu. Because for me, it's not about politics. It's about the best for the Zambians. It's what benefits the Zambian people. That is what makes me to be in politics. That is what makes me speak the way I'm speaking. Ishumuulira visa fees to do away for Europe and America. Please stop it. Reverse that decision. Unless nabe atama Zambians nabo bakula ku America, bakula ku England, bakula ku Europe without visas, then it is okay. But why should we allow them to come in free if what kind of thinking is this? But Jack Nimbu, that's your area, Minister of Home Affairs. No. Don't do it. It is a hassle for a Zambian to get a visa to go to America. It is a hassle for a Zambian to get a visa to go to UK. It is a hassle for a Zambian to get a visa to go to Europe. Why do you want to make it easy for them? Then I imagine I have Zambia Eloisa ingila free. Afuma. Imomo afunyako nempia shakuli pila. They can't pay nothing. Mule isafe free. Ni Zambia open. Mwewa mninane. Uwa kwele mfwa ya kwano komutaji. Ukuwa linsoke takwa file bantu. Lekeni fifia ikata abantu. Ukula batita ditenu maseos. Fia kula tumaba polisi. We muntu we walilile na iwe walila. Iyo ndabani chitefenga na liya. Lelo fi mwana chita na imwe shua bakala mbabandi ba echechi. My big brother Shua. Under your watch, you can allow this thing. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Mwalale ka abantu nombabale ki okuvota tikanshi ukuvota kuipwisha finchita. Kupwisha finchita. Yesterday I was watching a video. I think I have it here. I was watching a video. I think I have it here. Let me show it. Tule kwata kwen soni limolimu. Insoni ebuntu. I was watching a video. Somebody sent me this video. And I even forgot about it. Inside the video.
What will you say to the people down here? Get a piece of paper?
Let me show. I was watching a video. Somebody sent me a video yesterday. Where President HH was saying, this campaign is for you farmers. Here. Listen to this.
You're hearing us. Farmers, this is your campaign so that you can buy farming inputs at a lower cost. Instead of the 600, 700 kwacha per bag, this is your campaign so that you can get fertilizer at a price of 250 kwacha, the 50 kg bag.
Ngata tule kwa tension pali fitule chita. Ukula wepa abantu kwata abantu batumpa. Fertilizer lelo. Iyo mwala ile 250. Ili 1,100. And you think this is normal? Mwelesa wesu mwewa ikala kumudu. Mwelesa wesu. Tuwafueni ama politics yesu. Yawe konomo. Abantu batampe. Ukuchitefyo balela ya abantu. Bantu, awe, chachilamo. Funyeni Tayali lelo line, give him police bond. That case is a misdemeanor. It is bailable. It is also bondable at the police. There is no justification in keeping Tayali Mumaseos. Ngali pango mlandu, he defamed the president, take him to court. And let me say this to the Attorney General. You are the first Attorney General who has started involving yourselves in politics and bringing yourselves in the firing range, yourself in the firing range. My dear brother, what you did the other day to go on TV, start talking, explaining the defamation of the president case and also the Cyber Security Act is not your job. You are not a politician. Attorney General, you are a legal advisor to the president and the government. End of story. You are a member of a cabinet, ex-official member of cabinet. You don't issue statements. You can't issue a statement. If there is anything to say concerning the legal aspect, it should be the Minister of Justice or the Chief Government Spokesperson. Not the Attorney General to go, no defamation of the president, ngawalanda fiefi, nishibi defamation, 2 hours later, Tayali na police. It tells you that it was a planned thing. Stay out of politics, Attorney General. It is not your role. Let the politicians do their job. Policy holders. You are a legal advisor. Stay out of politics. Who is advising the president to allow the Attorney General to go on TV, start addressing the country on these issues? That statement should have come from the Minister of Justice or the Chief Government Spokesperson, not the Attorney General. Banena mpapata, advise the president properly. Ndemyewa wa UPND, you are in a self-political destructive mode. And I'll end there. You are in a self-political destructive mode. By the time you realize, you'll be out of government. God bless our republic. Chishimba Kambwili. Signing off.